Hello and welcome to another Grumpy Man video. I am the Grumpy Businessman and I do reviews on hotels usually when I travel with work, and I occasionally do product reviews, which is sort of picking up some pace as well. So all good, happy days. I've not posted a video for a while for obvious reasons. However, what I am doing is now working from home on a more permanent basis. So before, I would work from home and it was very much one day a week. So be traveling three or four days a week, and then working from home one day a week. However, now lockdown and I'm working from home 5 days a week. So I thought, what would be a good subject to do a review on, or what would be a good subject to do a video on for people out there? And I came to the idea of doing one for working from home. So people that are now remote working that hasn't done it before, people that are working from home, and and that kind of stuff. That haven't done it before, because it can be quite daunting, lonely, and a little bit of an odd experience when you're used, especially if you have been part of a big team before. That's definitely, it's a big change to for working in a big team, people and on your own. So I'm just going to walk you through some hints and tips and that kind of stuff, and hopefully that will help you all. And as you can tell, I'm going stir crazy because I can't talk properly. Let's have some water. All right, cool. So let's continue on. I'm just going to show you the setup that I've got at the moment. So you can see that we've got keyboard, mouse, some water, coffee, tea, always winning, work phone, and I've got my notes here. Then we've got my screen and Alexa. I've got AirPods that I use for as like a sort of headset for talking on the phone, really useful. And then I've got my work laptop. So I'm kind of using my monitor as a second screen. For that sort of double efficiency is something that I use when I go into the office. So that just kind of works for me. So that's the setup. I've got my work laptop, plus I've got a second screen, my Alexa, AirPod, work phone, tea, coffee, water, the works. And my mouse and my keyboard are just plugged straight into my laptop. All right, so that's the kind of setup that I'm sort of using. The desk, the second screen, and the chair is all new. I bought most of it on Amazon. I think the whole lot cost just under 200 quid. So about £94 for the screen, which is an Acer and a HDMI. So make sure you get one of a HDMI because they do tend to sell a lot of cheaper models without the HDMI connection. And if you've got a HDMI laptop, it's not ideal. So make sure you get that. Something I've saw from a few reviews that people have learned the hard way. Chair cost me 44 quid and the desk cost me something like 50 quid. So it's under 200 quid. I had an old desk that I thought I needed upgrading if I'm going to be working from home. I had an old chair that was uncomfortable, and I thought if I'm sat here 5 days a week, I want to be comfortable. So a little bit of investment on my part. Some companies are compensating you for that. But anyway, that's kind of my setup. So in terms of like tips and tricks, what you want to do if your day is sort of 9 to half 5, let's just run through the day. So you want to set your alarm for whatever time you would usually get up. I don't know, if you've got kids to sort out and that kind of stuff, set your alarm for your normal time, okay? And just make sure that you're ready to start at 9. Get up like you would usually, put your work clothes on. My work tends to be smart casual, so it's sort of jeans and a shirt or whatever, but just get in your normal clothes for work and get ready for the day. Okay, that's really, really important. Gets you in the right mindset, gets you sort of focused. So that's number one. Number two, where to work. So you want a sort of space in your house or your flat or wherever you live, where you can work peacefully, stay motivated. You don't want any distractions, so that you can crack on with what you need to do. Now, this is going to be slightly more difficult for some people than it will be for others. I am lucky in the fact that I've got a sort of lounge downstairs, as well as upstairs. So I've sort of made this my office, and it always has been since we lived in this house anyway. So I've kind of got this area. It's very quiet. I've got a nice sort of, if I just scroll on round from what you saw, I've got the view outside as well, and there's sort of trees and all sorts of bird life out there, and I have seen the occasional hedgehog wandering across, which has been quite nice. But yeah, so it's going to be different for everybody, but try and have a room where you're not going to be disturbed, and try not to use your lounge, your main lounge or living area, or a bedroom. Why? If you do that, you will end up crossing over home life into work life, and that is not good or healthy. You do not want to spend your evening with your family or your wife or your husband or whatever, your partner, living partner, everything that's going on. And then what you don't want to do is then start answering emails at 10 o'clock at night. Okay, and you will, trust me, it will happen, even if you don't think it would. Also, your bedroom is I wouldn't bother doing that. Don't bother working from bed. It's not the same, and it doesn't give you that same sort of work ethic, in my opinion. So try and get yourself a room where you're not going to get distracted or sort of bothered, and make sure when you're talking to your customers or what it is that you do that we're in the same boat. We're working from home. I've got a dog that barks, and I warn clients I've got a dog, she might bark if someone knocks on the door, and I've got kids that might run in and go crazy. That never actually happens, thankfully. So, but yeah, just it's never a bad thing to let people know, because we're all in the same boat, right? So, and in terms of tools for the job, so if you are dealing with customers and clients and that kind of stuff, make sure you've got something like Skype for Business, Microsoft Teams. That's really, really good. Or something like WhatsApp, even FaceTime, I guess. There's loads. Zoom, I think, is another one. There's so much stuff out there right now for communication, especially on a widespread level of talking to 10, 15 people at once. You've got GoToMeeting, and there's loads of software out there, okay? So try and get something like that set up. Use a work phone, use your work laptop. Make sure you've got the tools for the job to do the best that you can, and make sure that you're in a comfortable sort of working environment as well. So what other sort of tips? Make sure you stop for a break. Get some fresh air. I'm not saying break any rules. If you've got a garden, go in a garden, have a break, have a coffee. You're allowed one trip to a shop and one trip for exercise. So maybe do that at lunchtime. Go out, get some fresh air, go for a run, go for a bike ride, whatever. As long as you're sticking within the law. I'm not advising anybody to break any laws or anything like that, okay? But it is important to have a break, have a cup of tea, whatever. So that's definitely something you want to be able to do. Make sure you have your lunch, make sure you have your breaks when else is there. And I guess make sure when you clock off, and then you carry on with your day. So that, I think, is the sort of end to my grumpy businessman video today. Something a little bit different. I thought it might be something that would help people out there that haven't worked from home before, because it can be quite daunting, and it can be a little bit lonely if you've not done it before and you've got used to working in a big team, as I said. So hopefully this will help. Leave me a sort of thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, watch some of my other videos. I've got lots of videos on products and hotels, and that's sort of growing, and probably will grow more on product wise while I'm home. And do drop a comment or a suggestion or anything like that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful. But thank you very much for watching. Take care. All right, look after yourself and be safe.